Hello, I'm Stephanie from Jolly Scrumptious Cupcakes and I'm here as a guest tutor at Pretty Witty Cakes, and today I'm going to show you how to make this little dinosaur topper, and it's perfect for either cupcakes. Be quite big for a cupcake, but you would fit on one or on a larger cake as part of a sort of dinosaur theme. So to start with, we need to make his legs, and they need to be left to dry so that they can support the body without getting squashed. So for the legs, I've got some blue paste here, and you need about 5 grams for each leg. So I'm just going to roll these out. Start off with a ball and just roll them a long ways a little bit, just for a sort of short stumpy sausage shape. And do that with all of them. So when you've rolled 4 little legs, we can put those together. So just stand them on the end, push down a little bit so you've got a nice flat surface. And I'm just going to pop some glue on the side there and stick this one next to it. And then these are going to be the front 2 here, and just put some little marks on the bottom there for his feet. So I've used a pipe-in tip to do that. So you just need to push down to flatten that bit, and then just push that in at the bottom. Just make 3 little marks there. So you only really need to do that at the front because you're not going to see the back ones. So pop some glue on those back legs. Push that down so they're all the same height. Okay, so once you've got those stuck together, if it's going on a cupcake, then you'd need to put, I always like to put something that's edible as the structure in it, so using a bit of dried spaghetti. If you're making maybe a big one to go on a big cake, then you could possibly put in some cocktail sticks for that, obviously as long as you let the person know whose cake it is that's in there. But for this benefit, if it's going on a cupcake, I'd use spaghetti. So just get some spaghetti and dip it in the glue and push that through each leg, and you just want to leave a bit sticking out the top, which is going to go into the body. Okay, so once you've done that, got to that stage, then you'd need to leave those to dry. So certainly overnight, good few hours overnight, you'd need to leave those, because you don't want to be building the body on top of these when they're still soft. They'll just squash down and they'll end up really short legs. So just pop those onto a board to dry. So once you've left your feet to dry, they should look a bit like this. You can hear they're nice and dry, nice and firm. So we're ready to build our dinosaur's body now. So I've got some more blue here, and this is a big piece of 50 grams. And this is going to form the body, the tail and the neck. So just give that a little knead. Start off with it in a ball. And then just roll that long ways a little bit. So one end we're going to put into a point, so in between your hands just roll that out. I want to roll a nice long point at the back there. So it's going to curve around a little bit, so just make sure it's long enough that it's going to be able to do that. And then the front section here at the top, just going to pinch that up a little bit, and then just start to pull that up with your fingers and thumb, and just roll that your fingers just to make this neck shape. So just pull that up. You want to keep the nice round bit at the front here. And then just use your fingers just to smooth out where you've pulled up. So where you've got these ridges, just use your fingers for that. And around the neck here, you can just give that a little roll if you need to, just to smooth that out. Okay, so when you've done that, and you've got it nice and smooth around the neck, and you've got retained the shape at the front there, we can just try that for size on our little leg. So just push that on the top there to make some marks, and then take a bit of spaghetti just to push through so that you're not forcing that down onto those supports there. So line those back up. So just check that you're happy with the width of it, that the legs aren't sticking out too far from the body, and that it fits on there. If you need to just squash that down a little bit just to cover those legs, and do that. When you're happy with that, you're going to need to pull that back up. Oh, that little bit of spaghetti's come off there. And just pop some so push that down onto the legs with the glue on there, and just smooth that round, just so it's covering the legs. You can't see that spaghetti, and just so that it's the same width as those legs at the bottom there. Okay, you can start to shape that tail round, and just make sure that neck's nice and straight. Okay, so onto his head. I've got another bit of blue here. This is 15 grams of paste, but depending on how the body's made, how big it is, you might need to just change that, but that's the amount I've got here. And I'm just going to try it first of all for size. So roll it into a ball, then just roll it long ways a little bit, and just check what that would look like on that neck. So that's about right. So with this shape here, I've got it into a bit of an oval. Just use your fingers just to narrow in the middle there. So all the way around, just so you've got like a fatty bit at the top here and the bottom. And I'm just going to use a ball tool just to push in where the eyes are going to go. So you can just do it with your fingers or a ball tool, just where we're going to put the little beady eyes. So when you've got that shape, we're going to stick that on the neck, but that does need a support in it as well. So taking another bit of spaghetti, I'm just going to push that down into the neck. Put that down as far as it will go. And then just look at where that head will be. Make a little mark and just push a hole through with that spaghetti. Pop some glue on the neck and then stick that on. Okay, so you can have it straight on, you can have it tilted to the side slightly if you want to. Move that round. And then just add his little facial features. I've got a circle cutter here for his mouth, so I'm just going to push that in the front there, just to give him a nice big smile. He's a very friendly dinosaur, this one. And then just with one of these little ball tools, just to make his nostrils at the front. And then where we made those little indentations for his eyes, I'm just going to make 2 holes with this. And using these little black sugar pearls, give him 2 beady eyes. So I'm going to push those straight in and use the ball tool just to push those right into the paste, and then they'll just sit there. And then I've just gone over the head and the body with the end of this piping tip, just pushing in, just making sort of little half circles, some full circles, just all the way round, just the top of the head there, and then down part of the body, just to give a little effect of sort of skin and scales on the back. So just carry on doing that round the body. So once you've gone over just adding that detail, you can just leave him to dry. His legs are already dry and offering support, but you can just leave him on a mat to dry. And then when you're ready, either pop him onto a disc for a cupcake or say to go on a bigger cake. But it's just a perfect little dinosaur topper there for either or, and it's great for kids' birthdays.